Hi everyone, welcome back. So this is the first of the series of eAssessment practice questions. This series is going to focus on trigonometry. I have created these questions based off of previous eAssessments, using images and things like that, just so that you can really get used to sort of the expectations around what you might find in the eAssessment. I will go through the question, I'll provide the solution, and I'll make sure to highlight in terms of when you use the IB player during your e-assessment, what exactly you need to put in to make sure that you are obtaining the full score, or at least getting the majority of the marks if you don't quite get the right answer. Okay, so here we go. Question 1. The height of a lamp is calculated using a measuring instrument called a theodolite. The theodolite measures angles. The theodolite has a height of 1.6 meters. The distance of the theodolite from the lamp is 5.2 meters. The measurements are shown on the following diagram. Calculate the height of the lamp. Okay, so you need to just understand what this question is asking. It's asking us to find P. Okay, we know that the height up to this line here, oops, let me do that again. That wasn't very straight. So the height up to here is going to be 1.6, okay? I know that because the theodolite, that's its height, okay? What I've then formed is a right angled triangle above it, okay? So we're going to use trigonometry to solve the height in total. So I need to find what sides I have already. So let's label our sides. Okay, we need to know this part of the lamp. That's going to be our opposite. And we already have our adjacent, okay, which is this 5.2 meters that you can see at the bottom here. Okay, so I've got my opposite and my adjacent. So let's decide which trigonometry ratio we are going to need to use. Okay, I've got my opposite involved and my adjacent is involved. So it's going to be tan. So my trigonometry ratio would be tan theta is equal to the opposite over the adjacent. So let's fill in what we know. We have tan 23 degrees, that's the angle, is equal to the opposite divided by 5.2. Okay, I need to rearrange this slightly. So to do so, I need to multiply both sides by 5.2. That will isolate the opposite on the right-hand side, and it allows me to solve. Okay, so 5.2 multiplied by tan 23 would give me the opposite. Okay, so the opposite here is going to be equal to, and just put that into your calculator, it's going to be equal to 2.207 meters. Okay, we've not quite finished there. We want to find the total height of the lamp, which is P. So I'm going to have P is equal to 1.6 plus this height that I've just found. Okay, so P is equal to 3.807, which approximates or rounds to 3.8 meters. So in terms of what the examiner would be looking for here, because obviously that's quite a lot of working out to input into the IB player. So you want to make sure you get your key steps of working there. So your first one is here. Okay, that's number one. Your next one is going to be the answer for the opposite. Okay, they'll then want to see that you're adding the height of the theodolite and your opposite together, and then of course getting your final answer, which has been rounded correctly. If you didn't get the final answer, you would still pick up marks for those steps, regardless of whether you'd used the correct measurements or not. Okay, so it is really, really important to show your work in, to at least pick up some, if not all of the marks. Okay, so I hope that helps. Stay tuned, there will be more questions coming.